Oh yeah, I was talking about the CIA earlier and my experience with them. I was talking about some now dead CIA agents. And someone replied with, "That scared the CIA. How powerful is this guy?" I mean, I don't know. Because, power is perception, right? So it's like me, I go toe to toe with the most powerful people on the planet by myself, like the CIA, the NSA, things like this, DOD. But most of you couldn't do it. If you did, you would die. But me, I outlived them, right? But I was talking earlier. I'll send the video that I know what video you're talking about because I was talking about a group of now dead CIA agents. I was talking about Tony Belling, Alex, Blackwater prick, Keegan, the little Jewish fucker, little V2K handler. There's a crew of CIA agents that were serial killers, and they would go and they'd work with like foreign criminal organizations. They'd go work with like the cartel. They'd go work with like Indonesian human traffickers or drug traffickers, things like this, right? They'd go work with foreign criminal organizations, the CIA. They go all over the world. And what they would do is they'd work with like human traffickers and drug traffickers and sex traffickers in other countries, and they'd do it for like a year or two at a time. And then after they accumulated millions with them and accumulated a bunch of money, even sometimes billions, and they'd accumulate a shit ton of money. And then what they would do is they'd set them up or get them killed, and then they'd take all of their shit and they'd come hide out in the river valley. Yeah, and anyways, I knew these guys, like these guys harassed me for years. I got tortured. They energy weapons and frequency weapons. I got tortured with energy weapons and frequency weapons for 3 years by those guys before they got killed. Anyways, yeah, they used to threaten to murder me. They used to threaten my mom. Yeah, these guys, these CIA agents, they used to threaten my mom, and they used to tell her, "Bitch, you better frame your fucking son, or we're gonna kill you and your whole fucking family." Right? These guys were like real life domestic terrorists. They used to threaten to kill my family. Matter of fact, you see these retards watching these retards watching my video, they used to think it was funny that the CIA and the local cops harassed me. I was being harassed by real life serial killers, right? And my life was in danger, and my family's life was in danger. And these are old coworkers that I used to work with from Burger King on Zero Street and Sonic on Zero Street. And I'm just gonna point this out there. These fucked up retards, they thought that shit was funny. Like Michael Nance, Mia Garcia, Catherine Winchester, Angel Vaughn, Jacob Pendergrass. The people of Fort Smith, they thought it was funny that I was being harassed by serial killers. But those guys are dead now. But anyways, I know a lot about these guys. Yeah, like I know a shit ton about them. But anyways, I outlived them. They're all dead, and I'm alive. That scared the CIA. How powerful is this guy? Well, I know a lot about these guys. Anyways, power though. Power is perception. Like retards like here in Fort Bitch, Arkansas, right? Man, if they see somebody on TV talking a bunch of nonsense and bullshit, they equate that to power, right? But yeah, no, anytime I say something that's truthful or honest, the government freaks out. So, does that make sense? Ugh. Yep. Yeah. I got screenshots of some cyber marines in this online chat room. They said, "Wait, you knew them?" And they're talking about those CIA agents. They were serial killers, right? And yes, I did know them. I got tortured by them for fucking 3 years. So they used to put graphene oxide in my water, and you see all the HARP satellites in the sky. They have energy weapons and frequency weapons attached to me. Now these guys had larger energy weapons underground at Fort Chaffee that they tortured me with for like 5 months. That was fucking brutal. That's what almost killed me right there. They used to use V2K on people that I knew and shit to fuck with me, right? like mind hackers even, right? Like mind hackers, like people who could hack your mind and shit. Matter of fact, Cameron Flynn, he's somebody who's watching this video. He's a gang stalker. He's done a lot of weird, dubious shit to me. But here's the thing about Cam. I have a little soft spot for Cam, unlike most people. It's because Cameron Flynn is a lab rat, and they actually did like B2K programming on him too. So things like this, but they're like mind hackers though. Does that make sense? Anyways, I knew a lot about those guys. I wasn't their only lab rat, but I'm the lab rat that got them killed. Does that make sense? Lying informants. Ugh. You know, I'm registered in the CIA myself. I'm a registered in the CIA. If you look me up, you can look me up at the CIA, and you'll see that my name is actually I'm a registered CIA agent in the CIA. It's not because the CIA likes me; they hate me. They wish I was dead. But you know, they got caught using me as a lab rat after that illegal entrapment sting, and they were in violation of the Nuremberg Code, and the Marine Corps was breathing down their neck, right? And they didn't know what to do about it, and they're about to get a fucking thrown on trial and thrown in prison and killed for that shit. So what they did is they filled out my application for me at the CIA and forced me to be CIA, so other government agencies and other military branches couldn't investigate them for violating the Nuremberg Code. Yep.